Selfie.
Der Rigger ist da. So. So, jetzt wird erstmal das Teil da weggebaut.
Is it possible you just loosen these two?
I think they are. No, they are not. Now.
Okay.
Das Teil hier, Tirage, just go on.
No, you carry on, you carry on.
Hat recht viel Spiel in alle möglichen Richtungen. Und wir machen jetzt hier Service. Plus die Rollanlage im Mast ist ebenfalls viel zu locker und kommt bis ganz nach vorne zum Teil. Ja, es gibt einiges zu tun. It's aluminium part.
Yeah, there should be a locking screw in here.
Okay.
Oh, there. So basically what happens is this slides down,
Okay.
and this is where you can see here, this is the tensioner.
Yeah.
And basically this sleeve here slides over and actually locks the actual foil to the actual winding mechanism.
Yeah.
And at the moment it's a little bit too loose.
Yeah.
But what we've got to do, we've got to actually remove the whole foil, because we're going to actually take the whole furning gear out at the bottom. Okay, so now we've got that removed, we can now start to unwind.
I have to hold it and
then unwind it.
shall I turn it?
Yeah, give me a second. Let's slow it down again.
Okay. Counterclockwise or clockwise?
I'll let you know in a minute.
Oh, pretty easy if you know how to do it.
Yeah. Little secret.
Yeah. That's always when you know how to work.
That's
How we do
all.
Yep. And then, but the problem is if it's too loose, what happens is the whole foil oscillates, so it causes lots of friction on the side of the mast.
If you unfurl it. I thought about doing that when the mast was on the ground.
It's ideal, that's the
But
best way
then
to do
the
it.
Italian guy said to me, no worries, we'll never have some problems with that, and then I didn't.
No, usually the problem is everybody's a little bit frightened of doing it.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just, I think they see it's a lot of work,
Okay.
and so they sort of like, oh, it's okay.
Ah, okay.
You know,
So, yeah.
And it's not really, because what happens when this gets like this, it gets worse, and then eventually, you know, it can
And then it breaks, no? Yeah.
So, and to be honest now, when this is all done, it's just literally done now for another 15 years.
Ah, okay.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
great.
it's not something you do every 2 years.
Okay, that's great, yeah.
Unless you get this again, but it shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, if we replace all the bearings,
Yeah.
then it will be absolutely like brand new.
Okay, great.
But we won't. Hopefully the cogs are all fine.
Yeah.
And if the cogs are good, that's really good news, because they're very expensive.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
cogs are
Cogs,
what?
the basic, what basically is the whole system. So now
Wie die Rate wahrscheinlich,
and I've
Schatze.
just got to now loosen that a little bit more.
Ja.
Oh yeah.
Krieg ich da was? Nein, nicht.
Pretty dry.
Yeah, that's because it's never been greased.
Oh, yeah.
The inspection holes here and here are for greasing it.
Okay, yeah. So now we know
Never
how.
stop learning.
Yeah. And for what these holes are.
Oh, it was already done, maybe.
It has been done, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
No, maybe this is a newer modern mast from the last one.
Or the
And they've-
Croatian
and
guys
they've-
did it.
Maybe something happened.
Oh wow! Never
Cool.
saw this.
That's good.
Yeah, this has been taken off before. Pins not standing.
Yeah. I think all at our boat was apart already. At least once. That looks not good.
Oh, it's not greased, look.
No, also
I think what's happened, the bearing's been loose, and so we don't want these are the cogs that we don't want to be damaged because they're
expensive.
Yeah. Right, at least we can get a set of pliers to get that pin out.
Also das wären die teuren Teile, die hoffentlich nicht zum Tauschen sind, aber aus meiner Sicht schauen die leider scheiße aus. Die Zähne sind schon richtig abgenudelt und es ist schon recht viel Spiel. Ja, man spürt das Spiel richtig zwischen den zwei. Ja, müssen wir mal schauen, was teuer heißt. Das ist im Yachtbereich immer
schlecht.
Ja.
Sehr schlecht.
We will see. Are those just standard bearings?
Yeah, we wish. They're basically the only way I would replace them. I only replace them with they're basically 8mm stainless steel ball bearings, and the cups. There's a cup here and there's a cup here, and then here inside here there's a needle bearings which are so long, sort of like 4mm bearings. I think 13 of them. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it all down. And I'm going to measure the tolerances of the ball bearings. If they're good, great. And then also we have some springs inside here with some, like what you have on a winch, like some little ratchets and springs. They seem to be working at the moment.
Not so good.
There's something, maybe one spring's broken there.
Yeah.
So we'll just replace those at the same time. But that's just. But what I'm going to do first is, because of the price of the parts from Selden, we just we'll check everything first, and then if there's something obvious, we'll order that part. If we can't find something obvious, then we may have to replace all the bearings. It might be a combination of this, and this. So,
yeah.
I'm just hoping that all these cogs, you can see they're slightly worn on here.
They are.
But to be honest, there's still a lot of life in there. There's a little bit of play.
Yeah.
But I think to replace these is going to be very, very expensive, and I think it's
what does that mean? Very expensive.
Well, when the bearing kit comes out at €400, so you can imagine how, and that's just bearings, cups.
Just the bearings.
Just the bearing and cups. So when you're looking at sort of like these actual brass units here, to be honest, I've not replaced one yet.
Okay.
So
we would be the first.
We would be the first, but I think there's still a lot of life in that, and it's more of the bearings that are causing a problem. Yes, it is worn, but
this one especially here, for example.
Yeah. I mean, I can get the price for them anyway. It's not a problem because every single part on the Selden system has a number.
Okay.
This is what Selden are renowned for, and it means that every single part has a part number, so we can actually replicate it and whatever. Not like other systems, and what Selden do, they keep it all quite standard. So you've got,
that's great.
This system, all these parts will be used on different systems, but they know the parts are the same. So yes, they're expensive, but yes, you can get hold of them.
Okay.
Whereas there's other masts that have gone out of business, you can't get the parts. So it's a problem.
In der Ratsche war ein Name eingeritzt, unten im Mast, und zwar
Im
Zeus.
Mast?
Also in der Mastratsche, innen drin war der Name eingeritzt vom Schiff Zeus.
Ja, das war das, was neben uns gestanden ist.
Really?
Wenn wir das erste Mal das Schiff angeschaut haben, ist daneben noch eine Bavaria 44 gestanden, welche Zeus geheißen hat.
Das heißt, die Charter haben einfach Teile untereinander hin und her getauscht. Wahrscheinlich hat deswegen auch unser Deckel hier hinten nicht gepasst, weil wir den Deckel von Zeus vielleicht hatten. Oder sonst
Oh
wen.
man.
Also
Ja nun, müssen wir mit dem leben.
es kommt immer wieder was Neues. Wir finden jeden Tag neue Sachen, was die Firmen vorher gemacht haben. Aber wir lernen das Schiff kennen.
Ja.
Und das war übrigens Andy von No Limits Rigging, Mast und Rigging. Er ist wirklich super, sehr vertrauenswürdig, sehr gute Preise.
Sehr viel.
Er weiß alles, er zerlegt das Ding einfach und kann dir vorher schon genau erklären, was da drin abgeht. Wirklich gut. Also der beste Rigger, den wir bis jetzt gesehen haben, kennengelernt haben. Er erklärt dir alles schön, Hammer. Also wir sind froh, dass wir das Zeug hier machen lassen. Und ja, so guten Handwerkern zahlt man dann auch gerne das, was es kostet. Ist so. Es ist das Geld wert. Investiert in gute Handwerker und nicht in Pfuscher. Aber das ist anfangs meist schwierig zum
Evaluieren.
Ja. Naja, wir haben jetzt einen komplett zerlegten Mast, überall Löcher drin, aber nicht so tragisch.
Du meinst die da? Da fehlt was.
Der Schlitten ist jetzt dran vom Baum. Which side doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter, no. Okay.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
You want an umbrella?
Yeah, that's not falling into water.
Regenschirm, genau kopfüber unter dem Arbeitsbereich aufhängen.
Für Lukas würde das sehr viel Sinn machen.
Sonst fallen die Schrauben ins Wasser.
You might want to come here and help me. Plastic. No, there's a pin. There's a pin in here.
And maybe we close the bimini.
Yeah, we can close it. Yeah.
Maybe it's easier.
Could
No?
do, yeah. In here, that's, you can see as though they're taken to protect the end. It's actually vented. You look.
Oh yeah.
So we've got to take the actual pin out, and we've got to try and punch that out. It's corroded in as well.
Oh, whoa, yeah, that's not looking good.
That means someone or we pulled it over maximum over that stripe.
It's sort of telling you that well, it's actually further than that stripe, isn't it? It's actually completely maxed. I mean, you're literally, you know, that it's so far back, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, that in theory, that's the point there is where that should finish.
Yeah.
So someone has actually pulled that.
Okay.
It's either a different sail that was put on, or from a charter
Because with
boat.
that sail it wouldn't be possible to get it so far.
Ideally, when you would measure that sail, you would measure that to absolute max, and then the sailmaker will allow enough for the stretch. And so something slightly happened there, but not a problem.
Jetzt haben wir dann alles zerlegt.
Fast.
Oh, ich glaube, da sind Kratzer in der Linse.
In the
Rust.
Yeah. It should just come out.
There it goes. Is it straight now?
No. It's only a stop, so it's actually we don't need to buy a new one. It's it's only a stop, so
Doesn't matter.
no.
That's not interesting.
So here we go. This is what's inside.
Nothing can fall
No, nothing
down.
can fall out now, and we have quite a few bits.
Oh no!
Okay, that looks
So
not
is-
normal.
yeah, it's seen better days.
Oh shit, no.
Also
Okay,
das
now
hat definitiv bessere Tage gesehen.
Now it's clear why it's not working.
But then maybe the steel
So the
is still good.
steel looks okay, so we're good. That's probably the expensive part. I think that's okay. We just need a new
rolls.
set.
Oh man!
For how long usually do they hold?
I'd recommend after sort of 7-8 years, it's sort of want to replace.
So it's
not a yearly thing. No,
okay.
it's
so we don't need it as a spare part.
No, I wouldn't even use it. You can see how much they've elongated the holes. They've all gone brittle. They've all worn, and you have some that's not even there. So that is a good. But I think the stainless is absolutely fine. It just needs a good clean, and that'll be fine. So,
okay, great.
yeah, that's saved quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because I was looking at how this was worn, that we've still got the number.
The number,
here,
so it's normal.
So it's not worn badly.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think with all the dirt and grime, it looks worse than it is. When we clean this up, it'll look like brand new.
Okay, super.
Okay, right.
Great.
What we'll do, we'll put the end back in just for now.